Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Louise. If you are new here, I feel like I have been away a very long time, so maybe you've forgotten who I am, who knows. But I am just going to sit down today and film. I haven't filmed in so long. It is currently May 8th I think, and I don't really remember the last time I filmed. I've kind of been in this rut of not really knowing what to do. I haven't been feeling myself, so I feel like I'm finally getting back to where I want to be, and I know that filming makes me happy, which is why I want to carry on filming for you. So I've literally just been to Norwich and I bought a lot of makeup, mostly for my makeup artistry kits, but I thought I may have a play around with a few things today. I'm going to do a chit chat get ready with me because I feel like I haven't filmed in forever. Like I said, I feel like there's so much stuff that you don't know, not necessarily that you don't know, but just I've been gone for so long. Like, it's just nice to sit down and catch up, and I feel like if I talk to you as well, it's going to get me more in the mood to start filming regularly. Anyway, so I'm just going to stop chatting because I'm just chatting shit now. I have no idea what look that I want to do today. No clue whatsoever. My lighting may keep changing a little bit because I'm using natural lighting today, so it kind of varies a little bit. First product that I'm going to go in with today is just my cocoa butter dark chocolate and mint formula, and just moisturise my lips. Now, my skin has been playing up, as you can probably see around here, so it hasn't been particularly great just recently. I've been really slack, as you can probably tell, seeing as I haven't been filming. So I think the first product I'm going to go in with today is brows. I'm going to use one of my new products, which is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This one is in the shade Black, which may be quite scary. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit, to be honest. I actually did a P.Louise makeup online training course recently, and she used this product and swears by it. So, and even for blonde hairs, which actually, it doesn't actually tint them too badly, but it has like a nice cool tone to it anyway. So the tint that it does apply is still light enough, as you can see. So I'll literally just apply that for my brows. If you don't know who P.Louise is, she's an amazing makeup artist from Manchester. I will try and link products below if I remember. Next product I'm going in with is, and I've also been really slack about like cleaning my brushes because I haven't really been wearing much makeup, to be honest. The only makeup that I've been really wearing recently has been my sort of day-to-day makeup. I haven't been experimenting with anything, but what I am going to be doing is using my Style Pro and my little bowl. I'm just going to clean the brushes in between. So like I was saying, I did a P.Louise online training like live course with her, and it was so good. I learned so many different techniques and tricks and tips that I've been putting into practice. There's still quite a few products that I need to buy to then do certain looks with, but I'm just sort of experimenting with her techniques and tips with different makeup products. That brow mascara was a suggestion from her, and then also Dip Down from M.A.C, which is a fluid line gel liner. I also use this for brows also. And again, this is quite scary to me because I thought that's quite a dark brown, to be honest. But she said it's all about the pressure that you use when doing your brows. So all I'm going to do is fill them in as I normally kind of would, but just doing really light pressure. So you can see I'm just sort of mapping out that underneath template. And I can always do an updated brow routine if you guys would like to see that. And then I just kind of mimic like brush strokes, hair strokes even, just to create a fairly natural brow, but also a defined brow as well. So I try and keep it fairly natural at the front part, and then I kind of more sort of fill in and block out the tail. And then I'm just going in with a spoolie brush. Just keep brushing these products into your brow. Like that is pretty actually quite good, and I've used hardly any product, and that's a nice defined brow for me. So I've finished with my brows. I'm now going in with my M.A.C Pro Longwear Concealer. I want to go and get the Select Cover Up Concealer because that is what I've heard is supposed to be really good, but I've been using this as a sort of product in replacement of, but I feel like I've run out of this so much that it's not even going to come out. So I've got as much as I can out of there, just on the back of my hand. That is in the shade NW15. I've just coated both sides of my brush with the concealer. I'm just going to carve out my brows with this. Carving out the bottom of that brow, and then dragging that concealer down into that inner corner and onto this outer edge of my eye. And I'm just using patting motions. Because this is a Pro Longwear Concealer, I want to go around the edges with a blending brush. So I'm just going to take this E30 from Morphe. I'm just blending out those harsh edges because with the Pro Long, because it sets, it's then really hard to blend out those edges. But the first thing I am going to take is just my highlighting shade. So I'm just going to take this middle shade here from the Shaaanxo and BH Cosmetics palette. Taking that on just a really small eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to press and wiggle it underneath the arch of my brow. And I'm going to leave my inner corners until after, I believe. The first shade I'm going to go in with is this yellow shade, again from the Shaaanxo palette. I'm going to take on an E35 brush, load that product up, start buffing it into the crease. I'm just building this colour up, sort of leaving this inner corner part but building it up on sort of the middle definitely, and then rounding that sort of outer corner. So just building that up. So what do I need to catch you guys up on while I'm blending? And the sun's gone again. So as you can probably tell from my last couple of videos, I think, I have actually moved back at home with my parents, and I'm now filming back in my old bedroom, as you can probably tell. So that is why my location has changed yet again. And that's why I haven't really been filming, to be honest, because I haven't really been in the mood to, because there's just been so much stuff sort of going on. So I just kind of wanted to focus on myself and feel better about myself and get that sort of sorted before focusing and pressuring myself with other things. But that's kind of why I've been missing a little bit. I don't really want to go into too much detail, to be honest, because it's personal. And as you can see, I'm just really building this colour up. I'm just gradually, like ever so lightly, blending that into that highlight shade. Okay, so I'm now taking Sushi Flower from M.A.C. I'm going to take that on a smaller brush, which is the Sigma E25 brush. I'm taking that again in the centre of the eye, and I'm going to be blending that in circular motions, but I'm not taking it as high as that first shade. I want to see like the different colours, I don't want them all to just blend into one. Right, and then I'm just going back in with that first colour. Really light circular motions just to blend that. Blend the two colours together, but not blending them into each other. Blending that harsh line, but so that you can still see the different colours. And then I'm going to go in with Vibrant Grape, again by M.A.C. And again I'm taking this even lower than those previous two shades. I like to tilt my head back when I'm putting my eyeshadows on because I find it flattens the eyelid area out. It gives you like a nice flat canvas to work on. I've just placed the colour down to start with. I'm just going to go back in with Sushi Flower. And then just again with that lightest colour, just to make sure that we haven't covered any of those transitioning shades. And then go back with that purple. Okay, and then going back in with your concealer and that concealer brush, I'm just going to start cutting out a sort of lid shape. And I'm just going to be using the shape of the brush to create it. I'm only going to be taking it to about there because I want that outer corner to be quite dark. I'm going to make sure to keep your eye open or as flat as you can, like I am. And again, I'm just patting it to set it, and then I'll repeat it on this side also. And then I'm keeping my eyes in this position. Just going back in with that Vibrant Grape shade. I'm just going to blend that along this edge. Really sort of soft circular motions, just to start sort of ombreing that colour out. Then going back in with Sushi Flower, just on that outer corner. Okay, now for my lid colour, I'm thinking something sort of pink and shimmery to go with the whole look. So I'm going to go in with this, which is called Swish. And then going back in with Vibrant Grape, you can probably see like a pattern forming. And just start blending liner. So I'm just taking my Maybelline gel liner. I'm just going to start mapping out in the centre of my eye. I'm just going to go in with a 266 MAC brush, and I am going in with my Noir shadow from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the blackest eyeshadow I have found. And I'm just pressing that over the eyeliner that we've already done, just to set it in place. Okay, and then to not finish it off as such, because there might be more that I want to do, to just sort of complete it a little smidge, I'm going to go in with that inner corner highlight. Like I said, I left it before just because I knew it was going to get covered up by these like pinks, and I'm just using that same colour that I used to highlight my brow. I really like to highlight my inner corner, like so. And then I think I'm going to go in with some falsies. So I've got some, I actually finally ordered some Eldora lashes the other day. So I might go in with M102s, which look like this. And I'm also going to use the glue that comes with them. And then for mascara, baby girl, what's happening? I'm just going to go in with my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. And I'm just going to sort of press and push my natural lashes just so they blend into the falsies. I'm just going to remove out any fallout that I've got under my eyes, which I'll have a lot because I've been using black. And you want to make sure you get all of the fallout. I'm just going to go in with cotton bud and get right in that inner corner and remove that darkness. I'm going to go in with this Morphe concealer first of all. This is just in the shade Sand. I'm going to use that blending brush. And then we're going to basically do all the sort of same steps again. So I'm going first of all with that orange shade in that Showxo palette. And I'm just going to start sort of on the centre of my eye. Doing that colour outwards so it connects. Then going in with Sushi Flower. Like we did it on the top of the eye, I'm going to keep it higher than that other colour. So I'm not taking it as low so we can see that sort of colour difference again. Again, go back in with that yellow shade, just making sure it's all blended nicely. And I'm just going in with that Vibrant Grape shade. I'm taking it on a short shader brush. I'm really going to press this along my lashes. And I'm just going to go in with my Jumbo eye pencil in the shade Milk, which is basically just a white shade, which is here. And then I'm just going to go in with that short shade brush, that purple shade again, and then just really go up along it. And then I'm going back in with that mascara again and just filling in those lower lashes. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Lumiere Magique, not really as a primer but just as like a luminous glow to the skin. Just apply it to the areas that I wanted. And then I'm going in with Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus with whatever I've got left of this. And I'm just going to apply it to my face with a foundation brush. And then I'm going in with an angled contour brush. I'm just going in so lightly. And for my concealer today, I'm going to use Decay Naked Concealer, and I'm just using it in Fair Neutral. I'm just pressing this into the skin. I'm just going in with that eyeshadow brush that had the orangey yellowy shade on. I'm just smudging it really gently. I haven't actually put any more eyeshadow on this brush, it's literally just whatever is left. I'm just softening that harsh line that we've created by putting the concealer on. And then I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I'm just going to use it on a setting brush from Real Techniques and just press it onto that concealed area. But the rest I think I'm just going to leave as is. I don't want to mattify my skin up too much. So I've just sort of powdered my T-zone area really. And then I'm going to go in with my Starlight Illuminator from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I'm going to go in with my contour kit, obviously, because it's like the love of my life. And I'm just going to take sort of a mixture of these two, more sort of fawn to be honest. I'm just going to be using like feathering sort of circular motions again. I'm just putting it around the tip of my nose because up here is quite slim, so I'm just putting it literally on the tip just to sort of make it all the same size. And then I'm also just going to take it down my jawline just like that. Again, just circular, soft motion. And then I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit of blush. And I'm going to take Gingerly from M.A.C Cosmetics. And literally just sort of blending that in between where we've just applied that sort of bronzing shade and a highlighter. Again, just in like really small circular motions. Just over my nose contour, I'm just going to go in with that brush that we just used that loose powder with, just to soften that. I'm just going around the edges of the blush and the contour. And I'm going to go in with a NYX Liquid Suede lipstick, and this is in the shade Tea and Cookies. Looks like such a lovely colour. So I'm just going to go in. So here is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was just really nice to sit down and get back to filming because I haven't filmed for forever. And it was really nice using all these different tips and techniques that I have picked up as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for sticking with me and for coming back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.